on this episode of the Bum Podcast.
Think you got some gnarly stories, everyone? Wait until you hear these pipe bombs Arthur and Reyes have got to drop.
And what did the Top G do? He didn't go to court.
Also, when it comes to parties, Reyes Tellis is a true top G when it's time to throw down.
So you can keep us safe. But with that said, keep that in mind. He was supposed to keep us safe, but then he let me car surf on top of the car while he was going.
Jesus.
I crowd surfing on the car. Dude, it was fun. I remember that. It was fun.
Lastly, when it comes to scary stories, Arthur has lived one hell of a life, and he's got a banger of a story to tell.
Thing I know, it's gonna be all right. Next thing I see is this damn manly hand coming at my face at 25 miles an hour. I see this manly ass hand coming at my face.
With all that being said,
Here's episode 1 of the Bum Podcast.
Welcome to the Bum Podcast with today's host, Reyes Tellis. And today we have a special guest today on our special podcast, Hustler University graduate, the top G himself, Arthur Pridgeon.
What's up, dorks?
So I pretty much gave him all my life savings for this opportunity. So I'm very blessed, Mr. Tate.
If that was my life savings, I'd be considered a failure being a brokey like that.
All right.
You want me to do the intro or?
No, let's just keep going.
Let's just keep going.
So, Mr. Top G, what's the gnarliest thing that you've done on your whole life? You can start from when you were a kid up to this point.
Gnarliest, or what do you mean by gnarly? Like dumbest, or
Gnarliest, like the craziest, the most intense, the most dumbest, whatever you want to say.
Well, there's a lot I can name off the top of my list, but I can't go in order. But I could probably do like the most recent one I had, which was about what day is it? Today's the 16th, right?
Yes.
So about 15 days ago, I went on this business meeting, right? I was supposed to, we were supposed to talk about teamwork. We were going to go out to a movie. We were going to go out and just, spend time as a team together.
Yeah.
Well, little did I know that there was going to be free alcohol involved. So I'm like, well, this is a boring meeting. I have nowhere else to go. So hell yeah, let me get set. Let me get hooked up. Well, one beer turned to 2 beers, turned to 3 beers, and next thing you know, I'm slammed drunk. And at this point, about midway through the meeting, I get a phone call from my then girlfriend at the time. And she calls me. I stumble out of the meeting, right? I don't walk. I stumble out. So
homie was gone.
So I was gone. So by the time I'm, leaving the theater, I'm not walking. I got to hold on to something. I got to hold on to the wall. I got to hold on to something.
Yeah.
So she calls, and she's like, "Babe, are you drunk? Are you drunk, babe?" I was like, "Nah." And my voice is really slow. I was like,
Sound like Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. Sound like Chewbacca almost when I was talking over I was like Chewbacca over the phone. It's like, "You sure you don't need a ride?" I'm like, "It'll be all right. I'm just gonna get some free booze." Yeah.
He's like, "Who needs a ride? I need
Who needs a
booze."
ride? Oh my God. It stings a little bit though when I could have prevented that, but free alcohol.
Dude, I had the same story. I was like, it was happened a couple of weeks ago, like a month ago, I think.
Right.
I was out there partying, clubbing, doing my usual Saturday routine. And I think I had too much to drink, and I took something I was supposed to take. I mixed it with the alcohol, the hardcore liquor. So don't ever do that. Don't you ever mix anything with alcohol. It's not good. And I was just dancing in the middle of the dance floor, chilling, dancing with the girls. And then
try and impress a dude.
But then what happened was I stood still for 2 seconds.
Right.
And then the whole world started collapsing around me. I was starting tripping. I'm like, yo, I can't stand up. So my homie had to drag me out of the dance floor and put me on the couch. And dude, it was bad. I had to stay at my homie's apartment out there in Raleigh.
Oh my God.
I was too wasted. It lasted 2 days.
You were wasted for 2 days?
2 days.
What the hell, man? What'd you mix? What kind of hardcore liquor did you mix with your beer, bruh?
You know what? To be fair, I can't even tell you.
Man, I thought I was dumb, but damn, you can't remember what you had.
Dude, I don't remember anything, dude. That's the first time I guess you could say I blacked out. It's pretty fun. It's scary at the same time.
You probably blacked out on like, probably a single of Tito's and one bottle of Modelo. Is that
Man, Tito's for casuals.
Yeah, the Tito's are for, dorks, geeks, and nerds.
You need that hard stuff.
You need some good old, like, moonshine, Everclear.
Everclear, Jesus. Now, let me tell you, there was a time where I started drinking, I drank some moonshine, and then me and my homies thought it would be a fun idea for us to jump on the trampoline while wasted.
Oh, God.
And we had a little kiddie pool. We were like, yo, let's jump in it. So we jumped. Oh, it's like that video that
it's
posted.
on TikTok.
Yeah, it's that TikTok video, yeah.
Oh, my God.
I was done wasted, dude. I hurt my butt. I left on the ground.
I heard that. It's like, it sounds so sus when you say, oh, it was so like, what the hell, man? He can't be that drunk jumping out of a trampoline. You did a full flip into a little kiddie pool, right?
Yeah. It had like full impact on my ass.
I saw a whole tsunami of water coming out of the
With my boy jumped?
Yeah, when your boy's like hosting up, man tits flopping everywhere when he jumped. I'm surprised when he jumped, his boobs did him in his face when he jumped out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What other stories you got, my man?
Well, I remember one night where it involves, I should never worked at this place I work at because this is where kind of like my alcoholism began. So let's just say it like this. How old was I? I was, I want to say 2021. I was 19 years old. I went to this house party with one of my coworkers.
Yeah.
So little did I know, I told my family, hey, I'll be home like around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. It'll be all good, yeah. I go to the crib like around, I think it was like 9, 10 o'clock at night. I was like, okay, let me just drink one beer. Let me get one shot of tequila, and I'll be just on my way home.
Right.
After 5 shots of tequila.
5 shots.
5 shots, 2 doubles. All I remember is, blacking out in the middle of their house on the dance floor. All right, they said I was dancing, I was singing karaoke. I don't remember none of that. But what I do remember is I got so damn sick later that day. I lay on their couch, right? Like, I feel like, how you get so drunk, like, you feel like you're dizzy, you start circling all over the place.
Yeah.
It felt like I was on a raft, right? And I was on the ocean, like, the perfect storm was upon me.
It's like the life of Pi.
Like Life of Pi, something like that. So as I'm sitting there, I have this nauseous feeling coming up, right? And my coworkers are like shaking, hey, get up, man, get up, man, get up, man. We got party, we got all night. I had to get up. I make my way to the restroom, and I'm like, oh my God, I just got give it all back away. One thing is to have good manners when you're at a party, you must clean up after yourself. So, so I spent like 5 minutes cleaning up. All the Lysol, all the Clorox had to go down the drain because I had piss poor aim that day.
I thought you were gonna say you vomited everywhere.
Well, that too. It's everywhere. It's all over it's everywhere.
It was a murder scene.
It was like a murder scene. I was like, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. So I'm cleaning up. So the more I clean, the more sick I get. So I'm gagging, and so I clean all this off the floor and stuff.
You were throwing up while cleaning up the throw.
So I go in there. I'm pale, and I'm like, okay, let me get a good night's rest. And I remember going back, backtracking. I said I was going to be home like at 12 or 1.
Yeah.
I get home at 6 o'clock that morning. Oh. And I had to go to work in 2 hours. So I had to work hungover. I remember working. I say like, damn, one of you is enough. Why do I see 2 of you guys at one time? I knew I was messed up. Like, damn, I'm seeing 2 people at one time. We had like 6 staff. I'm seeing 13, 14 staff members like, wait a minute.
Like, wait a minute. What happened?
What happened?
So where am I at?
It felt like I was in the 5th dimension or something like that. I'm like, where in the blue hell am I right now?
Not in the real world. That's what
I was in the real world, but yep. Kids, if you are ever exposed to alcohol at 18 or 19 years old, do not get involved. If you like me, you gotta go to rehab in order to get back to get back with your ex.
Rehab.
I'm rehabbing, right? Even though I got me a big old fat cigar in the truck waiting for me when I get home. But yeah,
that's before you go to rehab.
Yeah, that's right. That's why before I go to rehab. So,
dude. It's just I don't know. I had so many stories, but it's all of like involves alcohol. Like, dude. So like, I was downtown and everyone was just wasted, and my boy had like a sunroof down, and we were blasting. I think it was "I Kissed a Girl I Liked It" by Katy Perry. So the sunroof opened up. I was like just wasted. Everybody was wasted too, except for the driver. Surprisingly, he didn't drink.
That's a real man right there.
That's a real D&D right there.
Hey, if you say I'm a top G, that's a top G for not drinking.
He resisted the urge of alcohol, so he could keep us safe. But with that said, keep that in mind. He was supposed to keep us safe, but then he let me like car surfed on top of the car while he was going.
Jesus, man.
I crowd surfing on the car, dude. It was fun. I remember that. It was fun.
Oh my god.
That's back then when I was like a chubby little kid.
Little pudgy G.
Pudgy G. Yeah, there you go.
Little pudgy fat G.
I think I was like 17.
Oh my god, you getting drunk at 17 years old?
Bro, look, it's in my blood. I'm Mexican. It's a culture thing.
So it's nothing but so it's like the rocks, tequilas in your blood, hot sauce and chili oils in your blood and stuff like that.
What's in your blood? Soy sauce.
So it's like MSG's in my blood. Red sesame chicken's in my blood.
Are you having cat for dinner?
That kung fu. If you have Asian, I didn't need that damn vaccine. I already had immunization from the kung fu flu, so I was all good to go. Right? I'm gonna air this podcast. We definitely gonna get an F on this podcast.
It's an F, dude.
It's an F, but it's all worth it though.
We're taking a quick break on the Bum Podcast, but we'll be right back after this quick message.
Hey guys, if anyone's going to grade this podcast, before you do, make sure you go check this guy out on TikTok. You mean YouTube, because TikTok canceled me. They canceled you?
Yeah, they canceled me.
Holy shit.
They canceled my account.
So if you go on YouTube right there, go look up the channel Out Crazed. They got like 5 subscribers on there.
It's like 23, something like that.
It's still a dorky, dirty subscriber count.
Hey, listen. I got 123 views.
Wow. We had that on the radio today. We had lost stutter, and it's on the radio too.
We had to take all the S's out, add some EQ to our voice.
I know, a lot of compression.
Because this mic stand just went down. It was up here, down here.
Down here. Yeah, you squatting down like.
Yeah, I'm just like
Homer Simpson right now.
Look like Igor.
The Bum Podcast is returning right now.
All right, last question, my man.
Last question. We got a whole 16 minutes to cover, right?
Listen, this podcast. How long has this been going on?
It's about 14 minutes.
Has it?
Yeah,
I thought it was longer.
You got to do at least 30 minutes, man.
All right, so what? All right, so Top G never gets scared. Is that true?
Well, there was one night.
Oh boy.
It was 2023. That's why I'm saying every month some crazy happens to me every single month ever since I've been alive. Like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if God, Buddha, Allah, Satan, any of them have a beef with me or something. 'Cause that's what it feels like sometimes. Like they got beef with the top G or something.
They try to do your downfall.
Yeah. So anyway, like the Matrix is coming out to get me. So anyway, I go to this escape room. I think it was. As a matter of fact, I got the date right over here. Let me pull it up right quick. Let me pull it up.
Man's getting pretty statistic out here.
Yeah, you gotta know your when you're doing a podcast right over here. So anyway, on January 30th of 2023, I book an appointment with my ex going to an escape room. So here we are. We're in the escape room. I think it was in Durham. Before I knew this place was sketchy. Like I go to before I even get to the escape room, there's this homeless nerd out there in the middle of the street asking for like, $20, $30 or something. No, I think it was like $10. Yeah, he said, give me $10 so I can get my food stamps. Like, bro, you wearing a leather jacket. Why do you need food stamps?
Look like a punk band.
You're like a pimp walking down the street or something like that. So I'm like, well, he might have a piece on him. So let me go ahead and give him like his $20 or $30 and just get him out of my way.
Right.
So I go into the escape room. The lady asks us if we have any seizures or medical issues. I knew it was gonna be serious, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah, Top G got this. I got my girl. I'm gonna protect her no matter what. So yeah, we're gonna go out here, go to the escape room. We go to the escape room. The very first thing we hear is this weird ass music, boy. Like it was like you get like so tense, you get so caught up in the moment. Like you gotta figure out all these puzzles when you're in the escape room.
Yeah.
So we're in there, and let's just say that she didn't have a calm head.
All right.
She didn't have a calm head, so she's already freaking out before we even get in the damn escape room. It's like, oh my God, what do we do? We got this treasure chest to figure out. I was like, look, let's just figure out the clues. So first thing we do is we open up the chest, jump scare happens. Like, oh my God! Like it's not that bad. Can't be that bad. So about 15 minutes, like in the moment, now I'm starting to get nervous because we haven't figured out one puzzle yet. So
15 minutes, you haven't figured out anything.
I haven't figured shit out.
Bro, what the heck? I thought you were Top G.
I thought I was until I started sweating profuse. Like, oh my God, we ain't figured out shit yet. It's 15 minutes. We got a whole 45 minutes to go. So we're already asking for hints, right? So we get the chest open, and then fast forward, we figure out some more stuff. We get more hints. Like this is where it starts to get real. So we figured the second piece of the puzzle. We had to figure. I think we had to put this dollhouse together. Blah blah blah. So we put it down. And next thing I know, as we're putting this damn puzzle together, some drops on our head, scares the out of my ex at the time. Yeah. It's like, oh my God! Next thing I know, I'm like, it's gonna be all right. Next thing I see is this damn manly hand coming at my face at like 25 miles an hour. I see this manly ass hand coming at my face. I'm like, oh God, this is really gonna hurt. I hear it goes boom outside my face. Ooh. Now I never knew that if you could be an Olympic swimmer on land, like this was like swimming like to the door almost, legs kicking up, arms kicking up. Oh my God, I gotta get out of here. She opens the door and runs out and leaves me, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like yelling and screaming at her from across the door. I said, you better not leave me to freaking die. I'm your boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, you got this. So now I'm starting to sweat profusely because I'm all alone in the escape room. The lights
so Top G started getting scared.
The lights started to go flickering. There's like noises in the background. Look, if you want to call me, well, we always say, if you want to call me a that day, I was one that night because I was screaming like a little bitch. I was like, oh my God, we're going to freaking die out here. Mm-hmm. So like she comes back in like with 20 minutes left. So we only got like 2 pieces of this puzzle. There's probably like 6 pieces that are left to be discovered. So the last 6 minutes, I never knew a woman to be so strong in my life before. I thought I was freaking deal with Eddie Hall or Brian Shaw or Brian Shaw. Like this beep goes off, like it lets you know 5 minutes, and you got 5 minutes left to figure this out.
Yeah.
So let's just say she has this bad instinct to leave the room, and I'm in between her and the door.
Dang.
I don't know what it was. I don't know if she was pumping steroids or freaking, I don't know. But next thing I know is she's running at me. She grabs me by my arm. I feel like a little kid almost at this point. She picks me up off the ground, right? Like, oh my God, I'm airborne right now. I never been like this before.
Right.
So next thing I know, I'm going like 5 miles an hour up in the air, like, and I see the door coming at me real close. Oh my God, this fixes to hurt right here. this about to hurt. Top G, yeah, I'm gonna be the little G in the second.
Maybe a pudgy G.
A pudgy G. So next thing I know, what I do, I brace for impact, right?
Yeah.
I have my head over my. I can't speak English. My hands over my head, right? Like this is gonna hurt. I hear boom. I get knocked to the side of the door. She jumps over my body and runs out the door. So. Yep, that escape room is probably one of the scariest things I ever done this year.
More than scariest. I'm not sure if I've done anything scary.
You ain't never been to a haunted house. You ain't never.
I've been to a haunted house, but they don't really scare me.
No real life haunted houses.
Oh, like abandoned places.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I've been in the abandoned places.
Oh,
yeah.
what's your story then, bro?
I mean, there's not really much to tell. I wasn't really scared. I mean, my homies were scared. they all ran back. So we were discovering this abandoned like school near this place, and it's a pretty big place. We were discovering, we were playing, we were just messing around, discovering stuff, drawing stuff on the the walls, and then out of nowhere they hear this voice. They claim to hear it. I didn't hear nothing. So I was just chilling. I'm like, bro, what are y'all talking about? I see the homies. They're like, yo, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. I'm like, for what? I don't hear nothing. They're like, Ray, stop being stupid. Get out. They were like, Ray, stop being whitewashed for a second. Just run. Stop being whitewashed for a minute and just run.
Hispanic white man.
They're like, pick up your brown instincts and run.
You gotta jump that wall over there.
Like you did jumping the border. Anyways, so I was like, you know what, fine, screw it, whatever. I'll run with y'all. But then as we ran, I think one of my homies dropped their phone.
Oh God!
So we were already out. We were at the place, and we are like, all right, let's go home. And then they were like, dude, where's my phone, dude? I'm like, how am I supposed to know? That's your phone. And why are you asking me? I never grabbed it. And then he was like, dude, I think I dropped it in the place. I'm like, why? why would you, like, why? He was like, because I don't have it in my pocket. I'm like, no, but why? Like, who asked? I didn't ask him, but then he was just like, dude, we gotta go back. I'm like, all right, I guess we can go back.
You guess? So
I guess.
So you had no fear going in there.
No, because I mean, I don't really fear any. It's just abandoned places. The worst that it's gonna be is a crackhead. So we went back to the building, got the phone, and ever since then they don't want to go back to any abandoned places.
Oh my God!
But I still am up for the offer of going to abandoned places.
Hey, we gotta find an abandoned place then, bro. You and I, we gotta go hook up an abandoned place, but we gotta make sure there's no crackheads in the area.
Yeah, because the crackheads are more scary than ghosts, goblins, trolls.
witch, trolls, SJWs walking around.
We're taking a little break right here on the Bum Podcast, but when we return, we got Reyes and Arthur's most painful stories.
What's like the worst pain have you ever felt, my man? Like the pain. And no.
What?
And no, a breakup doesn't count.
Well, this is the worst pain I've been through in a long time, called a heartbreak. So this kind of hurts right here, me going through a heartbreak. But the worst physical pain I ever been in, well, probably my car accident. You know, that's probably the worst pain I ever been in. Like it started off like this. Now I know there's some people out here who are gonna probably be listening to this, so don't laugh. And this is how it literally began.
I'll try.
So it began like this. I'm driving, got my windows rolled down because my AC's bad.
Yeah.
So I rolled the windows down, and I'm casually driving through, going home, going to the college. Midway through the trip to the college, a wasp flies in my face, right? A wasp trying to stay like, get this out of my face. But I swat out the air, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know it landed on my door. So next thing I know, I was like, okay, we're all good. I can go continue driving. So let's go. I continued driving. I'm going like at 55 miles an hour. Next thing I know, I see this wasp fly right back up in my face. Like, get out of my face. It stings me in the arm. It stings, like, trying to get in my face. Like, get out of my face. Next thing I know, I'm in the ditch right now. So I overcorrect the wheel. So now I'm trying to get back on the main drag.
Yeah.
So next thing I know, I turn back. Like the truck, instead of facing the road like normally, it's facing the road like this now. So next thing I know, I'm upside down in the car. Like, well, this is going to be it. This is going to be it right over here. And as I'm flipping through the car, and I thought I saw this black figure look like the Grim Reaper himself.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like, damn, I ain't seen him in a long time.
Oh, I hope you never had.
I ain't seen him in a while. So next thing I know, I'm flipping in the car like a top G. I get out of the car. I don't need no assistance. I'm covered in glass. I'm covered in bruises and everything.
Yeah.
It's like, you need an ambulance? Do you need an ambulance? I'm like, nah, top G don't need no ambulance. I get up. I feel my leg goes from right underneath me. I'm like, I feel like I just go completely out from underneath. I'm like, yep.
Give me an ambulance.
Give me an ambulance. How much am I going to pay for this ambulance? About a good $500. Give me the ambulance. So they put me in the neck brace and everything. They take me to the hospital. They say, Mr. Pritchard, you're lucky to be alive today. I said, well, it feels good to be alive, doc. They diagnosed me. They said that, Mr. Pritchard, you have a crack in your L5S1 that's going to need surgery in 5 years from now.
Jesus.
You got a bruised lung, and we're going to put you on breathing treatments because we found some ground glass in your lungs. So, so I was pretty banged up. But, me being a top G prideful man, they said, you don't need to work for like a week. I go into work next day in pain and stuff. Like, why you at work? I got paid $500. I got paid this hospital. I got paid.
So the doctors were like, you're looking to be alive.
You're looking to be
here's the bill.
The worst pain was this, when the damn state trooper came into my hospital room.
Yeah.
Like, okay, my parents are coming to here. My family's coming here. First person.
State trooper.
Good evening, Mr. Pritchard. Oh, what do you want? I know this kid. She pulls out this ticket. This is a ticket for you for driving in the middle of the road. You might have to go to court for this one. And what did the top G do? He didn't go to court.
Don't skip court.
Skip court. Go to work, man. All right, so I told my story. So what's your story?
The one with the most paid?
Yeah, the one with the most paid.
Dude. The one with the most pain that I didn't feel.
You didn't feel?
Yeah, I didn't feel. But I was dying, low key. And so I was training because I'm a martial artist, so I was training for a fight.
I can't tell now.
I gained 50 pounds.
Yeah, you gained more than 50 pounds, brother.
So that's when I was training seriously. I was training for a fight, but then the next morning I woke up, my arms were stiff. So I couldn't move them or bend them or anything. So I was like, all right, I think I need to go to the hospital. I went to that first hospital. They misdiagnosed me. So I've been on these pills for a week, and it's just making it worse, technically.
Oh, my God.
So they had to go to the other hospital. They were like, yeah, what hospital did you go to? I'm like, I went to this hospital. And they were like, well, this might misdiagnosed you. And you're lucky to be here today. If you would have waited another day, you would have had kidney failure. I'm like,
oh, my God.
Well, man, that's good. That's good to know.
Holy cow.
So I lay there chilling for 4 or 5 days in the hospital, just chilling. I was literally playing video games on my laptop with the boys, playing Siege, and then everybody was like worrying. They're like, "How you feeling, Rick?" I'm like, "I don't feel nothing. I'm just playing my game." And they're like, they would constantly check up on me because I was in a very serious condition.
I see you,
yeah,
right?
like very serious condition, and like almost kidney failure and stuff.
Oh my God!
And I'm out here just jamming the music, playing games like it was just normal. And they were just like, "Is this guy okay?"
Here you are, near death. Pale in the face. Play Call of Duty right quick.
I gotta get this 40+ kills.
40+ kills.
Gotta get the nuke, guys.
I gotta get the automatic semi-assault rifle.
Get a Quisco real quick, nuke too.
I gotta reload right quick.
Dolphin dive. So that's the worst pain that I've been without me actually feeling the pain. So sometimes the worst pain is the ones you can't feel.
It's sort of like when I go through, I have an itch in my heart. I just can't scratch it right now.
Guess what though? What? Nobody asked. I think that's be good for the podcast.
I think that should be good for the podcast. Well, let's just get one last question just for the hell of it right here.
All right. You shoot me a question now.
So my last question for the day is this, Reyes, well, damn, gotta think of a question first before I ask it.
I thought you were confident for it.
I was, but until I had like a little brain fart. Who go? Let's just shoot for just go for it. So we did the craziest things. We did the dumbest things. We did the scariest things, the wildest things, and the
most
painful thing. So, Reyes, what is the proudest thing when you look back? What is your turn back moment in life? You're like, damn, you know what? I might have done all this dumb in my life, but if I look back, that's one of my proudest moments right there.
I would definitely say being 50 pounds over the weight limit. So like I usually fight at 130, but my fat ass right now is like 180.
You weigh 180.
180, and
man, I weigh lighter than you did.
So I was on a business trip in South Carolina, and I was there for a whole month, and I wasn't training for nothing. I haven't trained for like 4 months before then too. So that's like month 5 I haven't trained. Right. I was 180 pounds. And my coach hits me up. He's like, "Hey, Reyes, there's this competition that I think you'd be good at doing." And I'm like, "All right, what's the deeds?" And he told me the deeds. He's like, "You'll be here, here, here. You'll be fighting this person. Be fighting this person." It's like a tournament style. I'm like, "All right, bet. I'll be in." No, like I said, 50 pounds over, 5 months of not training anything. And I was like, bet. I was like, I think I can win.
Did you win?
That's the thing that I actually won.
Oh my God.
I actually won the whole tournament. I was like, I was fighting people not in my weight class. I was fighting people who were taller, stronger, and better built than me that been training for this specific fight. And they went out there to fight me, and they got destroyed by a chubby kid like me.
So when you're fighting, you're in your stance. So man boobs are flopping. You got a stomach flopping. Yeah. Sounds like double chin when you're... like Butterbean when he's fighting out there.
Butterbean, but very flexible Butterbean. I threw kicks, I threw elbows, I threw everything.
So I was surprised when you try to get that roundhouse kick. When you try to kick the man boobs, and flop back and hit you.
Hey, my roundhouse kick landed a lot. So that's what won me the match because I was just constantly hitting him with that thing straight to the head. Boom. So I won the whole tournament. I got the trophy at home, and that's my accomplishment, my best moment.
Wait, you got a trophy for being a pudgy G out there. This fat ass out here just fighting, man boobs flopping, stomach flopping,
fighting straight up killers,
fighting straight up MMA killers like. Would you say like Conor McGregor's, Habib's, John Jones's out there?
Nah. Those are amateurs. I'm an amateur. We ain't professionals out here.
Professional stuff, man. Semi-professional MMA fighter.
What about you, my man, Mr. Top G?
The proudest moment I have looking back on my life, well, I've done a lot of dumb things in my life, so I really don't know if I have a proud moment looking at it. I can say, honestly, with a straight face, when I was 19 years old, I was able to deadlift a 600-pound cinder block, walk it up and just...
What the hell did you just say?
I deadlifted 600 pounds, bro.
What the hell? I was a skinny Asian kid like you.
Well, back then I was a little bulk, a little heavier.
Oh, you were bulky.
I was a little bulky 19-year-old Asian kid.
I couldn't tell.
Well, yeah, I lost all my muscle mass and everything.
It all went to your head.
It went on to both heads.
All right, sir.
Anyway, yep. All right, Reyes, you go ahead and wrap it up right here for your bum podcast.
This is the worst podcast ever.
The worst podcast, and we got a lot of editing to do right here.
All right, well, this was the Bum Podcast with Arthur, Bridget, and myself, Reyes Taylor. So hopefully there will not be another part to this because instead of the Bum Podcast, it's be Trash Podcast.
This is trash, foul mouthed podcast right over here.
The most you lose brain cells listen to this.
No joke, man. Hey, if you want some gummies or some hemp, right? This would be the perfect time to be watching this podcast right here. Right. You're gonna lose more brain cells.
Where's more brain cells? Definitely don't do any of the stuff that we said, obviously.
Yeah, don't do any of that stuff we said.
And be smart, kids.
Be smart, kids. Don't do dumb shit. Listen to your mom and dad.
Well, you don't gotta do that, but I was like, you don't gotta do that.
Let me just put it like this. Do as I say, not as I do. Let's put it like that. All right, Top G's, we out of here. We're going to get some Black and Miles and some yak right quick.
I'm going to do my homework.
And screw homework.